Hello guys, today I'm going to be going over the three Lego Harry Potter Hogwarts sets released for the summer 2021 line of Harry Potter sets. So there are three sets. There's the Polyjuice Potion Mistake, the Fluffy Encounter, and the Chamber of Secrets. These are them combined, but I will show them separately. But first, I want to get into minifigures. I'm going to start with the three Harry Potter minifigures that come with each set. So I'm going to start with the Chamber of Secrets Harry Potter. The Chamber of Secrets Harry Potter, it does have a wand, I believe, but he's shown it on the top of the box, but on the front of the box only has a sword. So I just like, on the back of the box, yeah. I like displaying this one with the sword, especially since I have other Harrys that can have the wand. You can see he's got the Sword of Gryffindor in his hand. It looks really nice. I already had it from the Grip Hook minifigure, but nice to get a second one. You can see he's got a really nice torso print of an open jacket, which we will see again on a Ron minifigure. He is not always this scared. You can take off his hair. He also has a happy expression. But usually how I display it is on top of the basilisk. So I make him scared. Next up, the Fluffy Encounter Harry Potter, which is the most normal Harry Potter we got. He has got a closed Hogwarts robe. He has the same face as the other one from Chamber of Secrets. Same scared expression, same normal expression. Leave this one on normal usually. And then, yeah, this is probably my favorite Harry, just because it's the OG. His wand is the darker brown one. Ron's is a lighter brown, I know that, and Hermione's is a really light brown. And then there is the Polyjuice Potion Mistake Harry, who has a really confused expression on. Surprisingly, the only way you can get the Slytherin, jacket in the wave. You can get a Hufflepuff, a Ravenclaw, a Gryffindor, and surprisingly, there's no real Slytherin characters. No Draco, which I can't believe that, like, some random kid that looks like this was in the Chamber of Secrets, but there was no Draco. That is just stupid, in my opinion. Really should have been a Draco with this print. But the cool thing about these ones is that you can make them other characters. So, if you simply pull off the hair, then turn around the head, you can see he's got a different face. Then take this extra hair piece, plop it on there, box so I can see what this guy's name is. So this is Gregory Goyle. Very nice character. I usually display it as Gregory Goyle and not even in the Polyjuice area. Usually just display it as Gregory by himself, normally just a Gregory guy. So I can actually have a Slytherin somewhere. But yeah, he's going to stay as a Gregory now. Now we're going to move on to the Rons. So we got two Rons here. So first we have the one in the Fluffy Encounter set. He has the open jacket piece, as I said earlier, and he's not normally scared. I usually display him in the Fluffy room. He also has a chill face. Really love his hair. But yeah, that's Ron. See, don't know why, but my recording keeps cutting off for no reason. Maybe I'm accidentally tapping the stop recording button without even knowing it. But here is the Slytherin version of Ron from the Polyjuice Potion Mistake. Got a more disgusted face, probably because of how disgusting the Polyjuice Potion is. And then if you just take off his hair, turn his head around, you got a new face. And then you put on the hair. You got Crab, which I believe his name, that's his last name, Vincent Crab. I also displayed this guy as Slytherin, like the hairy one. So you can see there's our Rons and Harrys. I'm just going to put their hair pieces to the side. Next up, we got Hermione's. Okay, so we got the Hermione from the Fluffy Encounter set. It's basically, has the same torso as Harry from that set. The best hairpiece LEGO has ever made, besides the golden Hermione hairpiece, which is just ridiculously amazing. Has one of my favorite wand colors. Ginny has my favorite, but this is probably my second favorite. She has a scared expression on the back, but I will not show you that because the Polyjuice Potion mistake, what's her name? Hermione is the only one that doesn't have a unique expression. She's the exact same head as this one. So this one has the same scared face as this one does. So you can see she's actually got a Polyjuice Potion in her hand. She's got the Slytherin outfit. I honestly don't know what their plan was. Weren't they just planning on turning into two Slytherins so they could spy on them? So why did they have Hermione drink the potion? So it ended up not working. I don't know why the smartest ones, didn't work. So if you take off her hair, then just put her there. And then take this. You have Cat Hermione from the bathroom scene, which is also how I display her on the thing. I love this minifigure so much with the cat mold. This is just one of the best. I mean, this doesn't really count as a hair piece. If it did, I love it. It's like my third hair piece ever. Oh, there's so many good hair pieces in this wave of Harry Potter. It's really awesome, though. So that's the main trio. Normally, I would include Neville, even though he's not really part of the main trio necessarily, but they didn't make a Neville. Neville and Draco should have gotten something in this, but we will move on to the other 4 kids that come with these sets. All of these are from the Chamber of Secrets set. Ginny Weasley. Really love this figure. The wand is my favorite wand, because orange is my favorite color, and that is just such a cool looking color for a wand. Love her hairpiece. I believe she has a scared face. In my opinion, hold on. Yeah, she has a sad face. In my opinion, she should have had a sleeping face, so you could do the scene in the Chamber of Secrets. So, yeah, definitely one of my favorite figures, honestly. Has the same printing torso as the Harry and Hermione from the Fluffy Encounter, which can be said for this guy as well. Camera Kid. Okay, it's gonna be hard to get him to stand up. Okay, so I suck at remembering names, so I don't actually remember his name, so let me just... Colin Creevy. Alright, so this is Colin. You can see he's got his really awesomely built camera. I really like that. His hair is awesome too. Not really much to say. He has the same printed torso piece. And he has that's kind of like, I don't understand why so many of them have this like sad expression. They should all have like like this guy should have a scared expression. Like a really scared expression because he got knocked out by the basilisk. Ginny should have had a sleeping expression or a really scared expression as opposed to the mildly sad expression. I'm disappointed even. Here's the least making sense minifigure I've ever seen in my life. Luna Lovegood. Don't know why they made a second year Luna Lovegood when she doesn't even appear in that movie. She doesn't appear until the 5th one. But I appreciate it. I appreciate getting a Ravenclaw outfit. Love having all the outfits. Really awesome figure. Same hair piece as the adult one. Back, I'm assuming, is going to be a sad face. Actually, she has the same exact face as Ginny. Same exact headpiece as Ginny does. awkward, but yeah, there is Luna. And for the final kid, we have Justin. This is Justin. Literally do not remember him from the Chamber of Secrets. And I didn't watch it that long ago. It was like maybe 3 or 2 weeks ago that I watched the Chamber of Secrets. Really don't remember this guy. Do remember Draco and Neville Longbottom, though. Would have been more interesting to get, in my personal opinion. But I digress. This is still a cool figure, and it's still nice to get the Hufflepuff outfit. What is a little weird to me is how the outfits work, though. Gryffindor and Hufflepuff, you can see they have this little textured, checkered piece, little thing there, of different colors. But then Slytherin and Ravenclaw have a raven and a snake. So why isn't there a griffin and I think it's a hedgehog on their outfits? It's a little weird. But his hairpiece isn't very rare or unique. And I think he also has the same face print as Luna Ginny. He's honestly not one of my favorites. I like having more figures for the place to make it look even more lively, but I would have preferred that to be a Draco or a Neville. So those are all the children. There were a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 children minifigures in these sets. Now, for the 4 adults and the 1 miscellaneous, I assume we can do the miscellaneous first. Nearly Headless Nick. We've got a ghost minifigure, and I absolutely adore this figure. I'll show him in the glow-in-the-dark at the very end of the video in a small clip, and it probably won't look that good on camera, but this is such a cool-looking figure. The detail here is insane. The hairpiece isn't unique, but it's not exactly common, and it's very cool to get in a white-greenish color that glows in the dark. The detail on a glow-in-the-dark figure like this is just absolutely insane. And I think I heard somewhere that it's the first minifigure to have glow-in-the-dark arms. So it's also a first at something. The only thing I don't like is that the hands are clearly a different white, and they should have made those also glow-in-the-dark. But I digress. This is such a cool figure, and it's definitely one of my favorites from the wave. Now let's move on to the adults. We have possibly the most important adults of them all. We've got Dumbledore. Now this is the version played by the original actor. Sorry, I really don't know their names. But this is before he had gray hair, basically. I love his outfit so much. The pink looks so nice on this. And only now am I realizing they changed the bottom outfit piece recently. And that is honestly one of the best changes I've ever seen from a company. The old bottom dress piece was awful. It always fell off and did not fit on at all. I'm so glad that they changed it to a minifigure-like piece that's just shaped differently. I absolutely adore this figure. Everything looks great, from the hair, which is specialized. It is not just Luna's hair. And to the beard, which is not specialized, but I don't think I've gotten this beard piece in a while, actually. Just what a great minifigure, honestly. They perfectly captured Dumbledore with this minifigure. Now on to the next figure. I have watched parts 1 through 6 and began part 1 of the Deathly Hallows, and I've never seen Aurora Sinastra unless I'm missing something. I wasn't paying that much attention during the Azkaban movie, so maybe that she's in that. But this is a Chamber of Secrets set. I don't know who this is, but I like their minifigure. I love the hair hat combo. Pretty sure it's the same one as the earlier McGonagall figure in the book set. Same, just incredible bottom dress piece. Amazing printed details on the robe. It really looks like a robe here. And I love the reuse of the, probably the best looking hat I've ever seen for like a minifigure. This is one of my faves. I can't believe I just said faves out loud. This is one of my favorites, honestly. It's so well detailed and just the colors look so nice. If I knew who this character was, I would probably say it was in my top 5, but I want to say it's in my top 10 right now. Next up we have Gilderoy Lockhart, the classic manipulator. This figure is cool. I like him in his more casual outfit, but I kind of wish we got the caped version that was in Diagon Alley. I can't believe I just said it like he did in the freaking second movie. Yeah, you know what? Let's just say it from now on like that. So I really wish we got the caped version from Diagon Alley with a different outfit. But I still really like this figure, and it was definitely one of the necessary ones. Glad they didn't miss out on him like they did on Draco. He is definitely awesome, especially having his own class. Just a cool minifigure, honestly. One of my faves. I can't believe I just said faves out loud again. One of my favorites from the wave. I don't think I hate any of these. So then we have the final figure from the line. Final human figure. Tom Riddle. I have his diary in his hand, which does have nothing in it except for a piece of paper. Tom Riddle's diary is well detailed enough, but the figure itself is also pretty cool. Definitely one of the ones that I'm not the most ecstatic about, but I see why he's in the set. It's definitely a necessary one. It's just not the best looking one in my opinion, not the coolest looking figure. Definitely, but I definitely see why he was in the set. Much appreciated that they put him in the set in the first place. And he looks good. He looks accurate. So I'm a fan of it. I just personally don't like the look of Tom Riddle. He's just very plain to me. Knocked over Ginny and Tom Riddle, but there you have it. There's all the figures. My favorite figure of all has to be either Ginny or Cat Hermione, I want to say. But we're not actually done with figures. No. There are indeed 3 more figures to go through. The specialized golden minifigures. These are some of my favorites too, and honestly, I think overall, Golden Voldemort and Golden Hermione might be my 2 favorites from the wave. So let's start with Golden Harry. Golden Harry looks amazing. I love to get this hair in gold. He came with the Polyjuice Potion Mistake set, so honestly, I think he should have came with the Chamber of Secrets. Ron should have came with the Polyjuice Potion Mistake. Hermione should have came with Fluffy. That's just my personal opinion. I love having Voldemort, but he should have been in the Hogsmeade instead, in my opinion. Trade with Ron. Wouldn't it make sense why he's in Hogsmeade? No, but like, does it really matter why it makes sense? I mean, Golden Coral was in a flying lesson set, so. We have Hermione, Golden. Okay, back to what I was talking about. We have Golden Harry. I love the golden wand. It is my favorite wand, maybe. Actually, I think I like the orange one still a little bit better, but the golden figures do not have back face prints, which is actually very useful if you want to make like a Mr. Gold ripoff. Really love getting so many cool pieces in gold, and I love the 20 years of Lego Harry Potter. The gold base plate is also very cool. Then we have Golden Hermione, which has my favorite hairpiece ever made. I loved this hairpiece before, and I absolutely adore it in golden. Everything here I said in the Harry applies. It's very, very accurate still to the original figure while still being its own cool thing. Voldemort is awesome looking too. I love, again, this. And he just looks so cool with the very zombie looking face. And I love this figure, and I hope to get the real Voldemort soon. So those are definitely all the figures that we have. In my opinion, the best is probably either Golden Voldemort or Golden Hermione. Out of the normal figures, it's either Ginny or Cat Hermione. So, now I'm going to move into creatures. There are 3 different types of creatures. Actually, 4. We'll just go over one right now. The chocolate frog. It's scattered all over the place. I can show you the secret locations of chocolate frogs when I'm actually going through the entire thing. But there are 3 other creatures you should get to. Alright, let's start with the smallest creatures. The Cornish pixies. Now, this was one of the main reasons I actually wanted the Chamber of Secrets, just because of how cute these things were. I love these things. They're so disgusting and disturbing, while at the same time being adorable. Then how they translated it into minifigure, I guess, form is spectacular. I love the translucent, kinda translucent feel they used for these guys, and it is just beautiful looking. These are some of the best mini figures I've ever seen, and they fit so well. What I like to do with these is up here, there's actually 2 studs. I like to put one there and one there. And those will be the flying Cornish pixies. So those are from the Chamber of Secrets set. And continuing the Chamber of Secrets set, we have the basilisk, which has got to be my actually, no, the Cornish pixies are. But this is like such a cool build for a basilisk. I'm sorry, I don't have nostalgia for the original. So, in my opinion, the old one is absolute garbage. But this one is amazing looking. I love the mouth movement. It's very fluid and doesn't fall apart on me. I do think the middle is a bit blocky, but that's okay, considering the rest of it really does look like a snake. This also bothers me, but besides those 2 things, this is practically flawless. I love this so much, and how I like to display it is to have sort of Gryffindor Harry on it, scared as can be. And now we have the final creature, ending the creatures category, and going to move into the actual builds. Fluffy! Don't know why I positioned his legs like this. Let me fix that. There you go, Fluffy. Now, Fluffy is quite interesting to me, how they did it, and I don't like it at all. Actually, okay, people complain that the body is too blocky, and I can see that, especially with these awful pieces. But I don't hate it that much, and I think if they made it one mold, it would have looked worse. But what I hate is how they did the heads. I understand they wanted the vibe that one side was sleeping and one wasn't, but you can only face one way in here. And you can switch out this head, yeah, but there's no way this is going to go the other way. So you can't make it look like it's sleeping up there. They literally, in my opinion, they should have just kept it awake, and if they were going to do a sleep feature, they should have had 2 alternate heads where you could have a sleeping one here and a sleeping one here, and you could replace them. That would be how you would do it. It really frustrates me that when you try and do an actual shot of this guy, half of him is going to be wide awake, and half of him is going to be completely asleep. It really does look baffling. Other than that, I don't think this is as bad as people say it is. The random grays are awful, and the blacks kind of blend, but are still awful. And don't even get me started on that tail. But personally, I think Fluffy is a very hard creature to build, so I think they did a pretty good job considering they're using Lego. I'm gonna put him back in his room. Anyways, that's all the creatures and minifigures done. And now we should move on to the builds themselves already. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the video. I kind of felt like I was making a intro to another video because it's been a week since I recorded the minifigure segment. But I took the entire thing apart and realized something I missed. So this is Hedwig and a brown owl. Have absolutely no idea what the brown owl is called, but there's Hedwig. They're both the same exact thing, just painted differently. Love these owl molds. Now I'm going to take them. Okay, so we're going to be looking at every part of Hogwarts disconnected. And I'm going to start with the roof pieces. Now we're going to start with the smaller sets and work our way up. Because of the fact that the small set doesn't even have a roof, we're going to be starting with the Fluffy Encounter roof. Now, as you can see, it appears to be a potions class. It's got a potion there. I think that might be a potion, candle, and a brewing area. You can see it's got the unicorn horn at the top, piece right there, a piece right here, the piece right here. There's a lot of pieces that make up the roof here. And yeah, it's a really cool looking build. Not a fan of these. They use these on the Chamber of Secrets too. And I think they look horrible, especially on the Chamber of Secrets. Really would have preferred if they just made a completely normal studded plate for that. Then we've got the Chamber of Secrets. The highest part of the Chamber of Secrets is this. The outside build is the exact same as the other one, except actually this one is taller. Oh, it's not. Well, this one has an extra piece here, but this one has this area and this. So, yeah, they're about equal. This one is the astronomy tower. You would most likely move the telescope out of here, but this is where they tell you to put it in the instructions. Pretty basic area. I love the little fortune-telling ball. That's a really cool build. It's nice to get, and I'm glad they actually put something in the roof as opposed to having it empty. But it's nothing like groundbreaking. By the way, Hedwig goes here. So those are the roofs. Basically the same build. Now we can move on to the second floor rooms, I want to say. Actually, yeah, we'll go on to the second floor rooms. So in the second floor rooms, we're going to start with the smallest set, which is the Polyjuice Potion Mistake. Now this one is honestly one of my favorites. I don't know if I like this or Fluffy Encounter more. I like the minifigures and Fluffy Encounter better, but I think I like this build better. It's just such an awesome looking bathroom build. I love how the toilet is built. And this opening is just, it's kind of frustrating, honestly. I don't think this should have been a separate set. I do not think this should have been a separate set at all. I think this should have been in the Chamber of Secrets set, so you could actually use the slide. And the Gilderoy Lockhart's classroom could be a separate set entirely for $20 that you would need to support the Fluffy set. So there's the Polyjuice Potion Mistake set. Now as I go on, I'm going to, like, say I've already reviewed a roof, and I'm getting to the part of the Fluffy set that has the roof on top of it. I'm going to start connecting them then. So, that is the Polyjuice Potion Mistake set, or the bathroom, the girls' bathroom. Honestly, two big things. I think it should have came with the Chamber of Secrets, and I forgot. I know she was just in the minifigure series, But really, Moaning Myrtle should have been in this. Maybe a new version of Moaning Myrtle with a different face print. I don't know. But Moaning Myrtle definitely should have been in this set. So, stupid spoon. Stupid spoon! Moving along, we're going to have the next build, which is going to be another second floor build. Actually, this one is more of a third floor build. Gilderoy Lockhart's office. This is a nice little build with the wig, so you get an extra hairpiece. I love the little printed, or no, these aren't printed. I love the little sticker tiles of signed images of Gilderoy. And I love, love, love this picture in the back of Harry just being like, what the hell? And he's like, yeah, really love this. There's a hidden chocolate frog. That's one of many. There's a lot of hidden chocolate frogs. There's he. That technically counts as a creature, I guess, but I didn't want to have to go through and take all of the hidden chocolate frogs out. But there you go. There you have the Gilderoy Lockhart classroom. And with that, I shall connect this up here. I like to do it how the box says. And with that, also, I take the roof we reviewed earlier and put it up here. So we're already almost completely done with the middle section. And to continue that, I'm not going to go in any particular order anymore. I'm just going to give up. This is the broom flying area. Now, you would put a minifigure up here holding the broom and have them fly with it. And there's also a chocolate frog here. Another chocolate frog. I don't do that because I have my minifigures roaming around. Because it's kind of hard to display them since there's such limited space in every room. So you have to display like one kid in the Great Hall, and the rest of them are in Gilderoy's class. But then Harry, Ron, and Hermione are skipping class completely and defeating Quirrell. It's like, it's all over the place. But yeah, there you have that. So instead, since I couldn't find a place for them in Gilderoy's classroom, I put, because there's two studs, both Cornish pixies, and they can fly around. Now this would go right around here. So now I'm going to do the bottom part of this area, which would be the first piece of the Chamber of Secrets. Now, this is kind of cramped. I really love the fact that there's a skeleton frog. That is honestly one of the funniest details I've ever seen. It's got a nice amount of bones to really show how deadly it is. The one thing I don't like, though, is the windows. The Chamber of Secrets is secret, so the fact that there's windows built in on the outside doesn't make any sense. You could take this off and put minifigures down, but that, I don't know. I just don't like doing that. I would prefer to have them go down the bathroom, which is why I think the bathroom should have came with the Chamber of Secrets instead of Gilderoy's classroom. And for some reason, it's either my set didn't come with them or I missed them because I'm an idiot. I didn't put on the pieces that go here. I'll have to get my own that go around there. So now this just goes flat on top of that. And the middle part of Hogwarts is done. Really nice. Now you can bring this over and open up this and then put a minifigure down there and they will go into the Chamber of Secrets. So, now that we're done with one part, we did review the fluffy roof earlier, so I say we continue with the fluffy area, otherwise known as the far left. So we're going to start at the bottom this time. We have the Devil's Snare Room. Kind of pathetic, honestly. I honestly hate how there's a bone there. That makes absolutely no sense. I don't know how it's even standing. Like, could be leaning on the wall, but I don't know, man. It's kind of pathetic for a double snare room. Really, there should have been, like, pegs all over the walls that you could stick these pieces into so it looked really infested. That would be a much better looking double snare room. And maybe they could have even made a play feature where it's all on top of a trap door, and this wasn't the bottom, this was right above the bottom, and this would actually lead to the key room or the room with the mirror of Esther. I know they did that in the Great Hall in 2018, but they also did a Great Hall in 2018, and they redid that in this one. So, in my opinion, that would have been a cool feature. So anyways, we're going to move on now to what is above it. Wait, no, this isn't above it. Okay, yeah. So this is where it gets confusing, because most of what's above it is actually the fluffy set. That's fixed. Wait, no. Is it fixed? Yeah. Most of what's above it is the fluffy set. So, the fluffy room. So if I were to put that here, but there's nothing there, and I have to put this set. So it's kind of hard to actually display them. So I'm just going to stay at the bottom and talk about the Gilderoy Classroom, which is from the Chamber of Secrets set. This is what I think that should have been a $20 set, as opposed to the Polyjuice Potion mistake. Really nice skeleton head, classic Lego skeleton head. I love the painting of Gilderoy looking at himself in a painting. And the pink frog is a really nice piece. I love the potion. And the candelabra, I've never gotten a set with it before. I know I'm not like an avid Lego collector, but that I think is a new piece, and I love it. That is an amazing piece. The seats are a little pathetic, but honestly, this might be one of my favorite rooms just because of how detailed the back is. And this, first time we're using studs, little thingies there, plug into the holes there. There you go, now they're connected. So you got that part. Now let's move on to what's above the Gilderoy Classroom. The harp room, or at least where I keep the harp. First we'll look at the harp, I guess, separately, and the bottom part of the harp fell off. Alright, sorry. There we go. There we go. Alright, we've got the harp. The golden harp is a really nice build. It is a sticker here, but as it's see-through, so it doesn't look horrible when you're kind of far away. I mean, it looks pretty bad up close, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not good at placing stickers on Legos. Definitely a really cool build, in my opinion. Even though this does not fully connect and has fallen off more times than I'd like to admit. And then you've got the actual room. It's one of the simplest rooms, and one of the rooms that fits the least, I think. Because nowhere else are there open, like, amazing windows like this. And I don't understand why there would be an amazing open window here when Fluffy's literally in the room next door. That does not make a lick of sense in my eyes. It's just got a cool looking gold balcony. This gold is never seen anywhere else, so that's kind of disappointing. And it's got two little candles. It's a pretty simple build. It fits, it does its job well, but I really do think it's simply the place where you should just plop in that harp. Bear with me for a moment. There we go. It's very unstable, the harp. And then that would go on this portion of Gilderoy's Classroom. And with that, we can finally attach this roof. About time. This little piece fell off. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the last part of the Fluffy set before we get to the last parts of the Chamber of Secrets sets. The most bland room in the entire set, we have Fluffy's room. Now, here's where I think the Fluffy set is the worst of the 3 Hogwarts sets. Okay, the minifigures are incredible. Golden Hermione is I think, probably my favorite golden minifigure, to be honest. And the Fluffy build Everyone says it's bad. I can see why they don't like the brick build, but I love it. I think it looks great. But like, come on. This room is pathetic. It doesn't look like Devil's Snare. This room is very small, and that gold color never appears again. This room is detailed, but it's like so weird to have a classroom in a roof. And this room is super bland. I understand this one, though, because they need to fit Fluffy, but holy crap. And when you don't have Gilderoy's classroom, it looks so awkward. You can't even put on the roof if you don't have Gilderoy's classroom, if you want it to make sense. Because the way they want you to do it normally, I think, is like, yeah, it's like the Fluffy set next to I think it's like this. Yeah, it's like this, and then it's like that on top. That looks awful, in my opinion. And then when you would have to take off the roof and have this on top of that and that for it to work if you didn't have the Chamber Secret set. That's another reason I think this should have been the $20 set. Or just not have a $20 set and have that be part of the Fluffy Encounter set. So then, this would plop right here. There's really nothing much to talk about. I kind of like the candles at the top, and the roof is probably the most unique looking roof, I want to say, throughout the entire build. But overall, just a bland room, and the trapdoor is cool, though. I like how you fall into Devil's Snare. And I did actually keep Fluffy out just to show what it would look like with Fluffy in. One of the most pathetic parts about Fluffy is they say, you know, you can make him look like he's awake or asleep, but you can't actually do that because this head in the middle, you can't switch sides on that head. From this angle, it's always going to be in that way. And if it's on another angle, that makes no sense. I mean, in my opinion, because this is facing this way. So, in my opinion, that's how Fluffy should be facing. So, yeah, there's that. And because that's the entire Fluffy area, and we have the entire middle area, I'm going to completely attach them both. And there you go. So there is a part of Hogwarts, most of Hogwarts done. Now we just need the right, and one more thing. I'm just going to review this now. The entrance to the Chamber Secrets. I don't think this appears in the Chamber Secrets movie. I think this only appears in the Deathly Hallows. It's still a cool build, but I honestly am lost on where to put it. I just kind of put it off to the side. And sometimes I even have the snake coming out of it. I don't know, man. It's just a weird looking build. I like the door, but I don't really like the rest of it. It's so bland. And I hate how they put a piece of Hogwarts roof on it like it was part of Hogwarts. It's kind of pathetic. And the inside is just super ugly, even though there is a little secret chocolate frog and some glow-in-the-dark pieces for some reason. I have absolutely no idea. Okay, so we're going to go into probably the stupidest looking part. Not my least favorite part. I think my least favorite part is the Fluffy area, but no offense. I love the Fluffy set. Don't get me wrong. And I think it completes Hogwarts amazingly, but everyone's got to have a least favorite. Okay, this looks just... I hate how part of the Great Hall's floor is stuck to the bottom part of Chamber of Secrets. That is awful. I'm going to ignore this until I get to the actual Great Hall. So we're going to look at the Chamber of Secrets. It's got these two nice looking snake heads. I really like those. Those look amazing. And those are like actual Ninjago snake head pieces. You've got the face of the head of Slytherin, the owner of Slytherin. Don't know his name. I think it's like Selivar Slytherin. And you can see they even replicated his teeth and his beard. It actually looks really good. The stickers are probably some of the best looking ones in the entire set. They don't look too out of place, besides a slight discoloration. Yeah, it's not like some other pieces where I think, really, you could have printed that. I kind of like, I don't think that they did horrible on the stickers in this one. Then, on the front, which I haven't actually been showing the front. Actually, I'm going to show the front of these ones before I get to the front. You can see on the front of these, there's basically just windows and rocks and such. This looks particularly awful when it's at the bottom. In my opinion, I just hate that. I really wish, again, they specifically designed it for Fluffy and made it a $20 set. But the front of this one is actually worth noting. Again, I hate how there's windows into the Chamber Secrets. I love how there's a frog, though. That's just the cutest little detail. But if you open up these, yep, this comes out. And this is how the snake is supposed to enter, realistically. But I like keeping the mouth closed, so I don't really display it like that. Yeah, that is the Chamber Secrets. Not much to say about it. There's a snake in there. Not a lot of space to display people. Plus, I forgot, in there is the basilisk thing. So yeah, not much to say about it. But then we'll move on to the Great Hall, which is one of the ones that has the greatest amount of stuff to talk about. So, I'm just gonna, oh, that popped off. Popped out a part of its roof. Alright, so. These are fantastic. I'm just going to, normally I would plop it off after I was done reviewing it, but because a part of it is literally right here, I'm just gonna do it like this. This is an amazing build for a Great Hall. I think you can tell what it is. I know it's not too great. I know it's pretty small, but my God. I absolutely love the cereals. You got Pixie Puffs, they're Goblin Great, and Cherry Owls. You got 2 chocolate frogs here. 2 really nice pieces. I've had these before in minifigure series, and they're in the Looney Tunes series and such. But they're not like a really new piece, but I still like them, and I'm not used to getting them too much. Here's a croissant. Here's 2 just golden cups, which this does actually give you a piece for Horcrux. So you get actually 2 Horcruxes in this set. You get the Tom Riddle's Diary and this. So if you're trying to do that Harry Potter 99 seconds in Legos, and the part where it's like, yeah, Horcruxes, you can put all 7 Horcruxes if you just, yeah, Nagini, you can get him in there with the little snake. Yeah, you can actually do a pretty good one with this set. Here is floating candles, I believe. Now, it's kind of obvious they're being held on, but honestly, the ones on the outside look like they're floating, in my opinion. The ones on the inside don't, but I really like the ones on this area. I guess the outside, because they really do look like they're floating to me. You can see you've got some potions up here, a book up here, wizard chess, and I think a little globe, like fortune globe. You got a golden Hedwig piece, which is amazing. I really wish there was an open-winged Hedwig in this set, but that's okay. You're technically getting an extra anniversary figure with this anyways. And you've got a fireplace. So really nice, but I think one of my favorite parts, oh yeah, by the way, secret chocolate frog. I think one of my favorite parts of this is this little thing. It has all the houses. Yeah. It's a nice print, but honestly, this is one of my favorite things ever. I guess this counts as a creature, but I didn't take it out. This is the sorting hat, and this is the best print I've ever seen, or no, best mold I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure this was in the Great Hall 2018 set, but this is the first time I got it, and oh my God, is it amazing. I absolutely adore this. This is just an amazing mold for a Lego sorting hat. And it kind of goes on this little ice cream poop piece. Kind of just balances there. And you close this up. So yeah, on the other side, you've got a couple windows and that stupid part. And then the roofs, which look good. And then, of course, at the end of it all, this goes on the left. And you just plop it into the holes. So, what the? Oh, there we go. And there you have it, the entirety of Hogwarts. Now, normally, that's where the video would end. Ta-ta, have a good day. but I'm just going to show my process of displaying the minifigures, not counting the golden minifigures. So, how I like to display them, you already saw how I like to display most of the creatures, but how I like to display the basilisk is just in front of the Chamber of Secrets with Harry on top. Hold on, almost forgot about this. Harry with the Sword of Gryffindor on top, attempting to stab it. Now, we're going to go through all the sets. We're going to start with Polyjuice. I like to display, this is not, wait. This is, I think, Goyle and Crab. Goyle and Crab sounds so weird. I'm so used to Crab and Goyle. But yeah, I like to display them there. I like to open up the toilet and put Cat Hermione kind of hidden away. Then with Ginny, might as well go in no order at all. I'll just start from this side, I guess. I don't know why she's in sad mode, but I don't really care. You can barely see her face anyways. She's just going to go in a seat. Same with Luna. Gilderoy is going to be at the front of the classroom. Dumbledore, I'll just pick a random one up and put them. He just goes over here behind the... Actually, no, he goes here, so he has more space. This guy, don't know his name, don't remember his name. I always put him up here, actually, up at the roof. Along with her. Again, don't remember her name. Tom Riddle. He goes here, kind of hidden away in the chamber. Picture Kid, he goes here, trying to take a picture of the Cornish Pixies. See that? Ron, actually, we have the main three at the end. Nearly Headless Nick goes up here. And Ron would have to go. I like to put them kind of trying to balance over Fluffy as he sleeps. Well, you know, kind of sleeps. And they're trying to get to the potions area. Don't know why. They are. So, that would be my entire Hogwarts display. Thank you all so much for watching. If you really did enjoy this, I will make a video on the Forbidden Forest once I can rebuild Aragog's lair. I'll make a video on the Room of Requirement set and the Hagrid's Hut set and maybe even the Monster Book of Monsters set. So, thank you all so very much for watching. That is the entire Hogwarts 2021 system. Definitely amazing looking, even with the green roofs that people don't like. Really hoping they extend upon it next year with more parts of the castle, because there are still doors on that side and that side. So I'm really hoping they extend it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.